2 goals down, but this week you get a point with the last second goal from Will Bruin.
I don't want to go down 2. Will's great. That's what we brought him here for. We don't want to go down 2 goals.
Did you guys play the game you wanted early on, other than the 2 lapses that led to the goals? It seemed like the possession, you guys had the possession.
Yeah, if you're looking at the stat sheet, I mean, there's a lot of positives. 55% possession, our passing accuracy 83, duels won 55%, shots from inside the box 12, total shots 15. Yeah, the game was what we wanted to play. But we don't want to have to fight and bite and scratch and claw and have to wait till 30 seconds to the end of the match to score 2 goals. We also don't want to concede 2 goals in the first 45, 48, whatever it was. I don't know what whatever minute it was. But we gotta stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
It was O'Neill Fisher's debut. The game kind of changed when he came in there. Seems like you guys had a little more urgency moving forward. How would you assess his play?
O'Neill was great. I would think that the entire second half, there was more urgency because we were down a goal. I mean, O'Neill came on and did his part for sure, gave us some speed out there, but, we were pushing the tempo. We tried to push the tempo all over the field, not just down the right flank.
What did you see on the goal that was disallowed at the end there? Have you had a chance to see the replay on the Morris handball?
I have not seen the replay live. I couldn't tell. I mean, referees have they have a difficult job. I don't envy them. Later in the year when there's instant replay, would they have replayed that? Not necessarily, because if Jair thinks that he saw the call and he saw it cleanly, he wouldn't have called for instant replay. He's in charge. So, tough to say. But I thought he was in good position to make the call.
Your thoughts on Piatti and his performance this evening?
He's a good player. He's a very good player. I mean, you saw tonight, you saw last when did he come in the league? I mean, he's been great.
Shutting him down, it was obviously a concentration of yours. He got the goal. He seemed to kind of be the mastermind behind everything they did. That second goal, can you comment on what he did going through the defense to get it?
Well, it was classic counterattack. I mean, we lost possession. We were stretched. He's got options on either side of him, and he elects to keep the ball himself and score. I mean, that's just a good decision, a good soccer play by a smart soccer player.
What makes him so dangerous on the counterattack?
Him or the whole team?
Well, him.
Mancuso and Oduro, frightening people as well, and then you add a third guy with a lot of ability and talent. I mean, that's what their team was set up to do after they got up 1-0, and they played that perfectly.
On the equalizer, what did you think of the play that Roldan made to create that space in front of the goal?
Thank you for asking me that question, because Christian Roldan never stopped. And if you pick apart that play where he ended up on the right-hand side, getting in behind to try and dig the ball out, he did it on the left side. He did it down the middle of the field. He went and got the ball off some of the center backs. That kid put his heart and soul into this game, and he is a tremendous competitor, tremendous battler, and also smart. He's got the smarts, and that's why we love that kid. Never stopped, never quit, and was responsible for us getting in behind so that we could, get the scramble and get the goal.
Brian Clinton went 90 again tonight, second week in a row. Bruce is going to name his team this week. Do you think he's capable of going the distance in an international game in less than 2 weeks, based on what you've seen?
That's something for Bruce to decide. I'll let him take a look and see what he thinks. Clint is rounding back into form. So tonight it was a penalty, wasn't through the run of play, but he was certainly influential in many of our attacks and many of our plays. So, Bruce is fully aware of what it takes to win at the international level. He and I have spoken on the phone about Clint, and, that's out of my control.
Was the plan for him to go all 90 minutes on a tough surface here, or is that just how it worked out?
No, I would have loved to have been 3-0 up at halftime and take him up at halftime. But that's not reality in MLS.
So Will Bruin opens his Sounders scoring account tonight. Came on with, I think, the 85th minute. What was your message to him sending him out there?
Just do what he does. He needed to chase the game, cause disturbances, win headers, win duels, challenges. He did all of that, and again, right place, right time. That seems to be the storyline of his career. He seems to just bang goals in at key moments.
Down 2 goals. You were down 2 goals last week. Does that just, you scratch your head at that? I mean, because the fight back is always there and the will is always there. Roldan, a couple other players you mentioned. What is next week's goal to not get down 2-0? What's the messaging this week?
Well, the message every week is to not give up 2 goals. The messaging is always to try and play as mistake-free as you can. Obviously, no one is perfect. Our team is going to make mistakes. Certain players are going to make mistakes. And how you correct them, if you look at the 4 goals we've given up, can you pinpoint it was one guy? And, okay, so if it's one guy making 4 mistakes, you can take him out of the lineup. It wasn't like that. There are different mistakes, different circumstances. So, again, we're just trying to get this season up and running, up and moving, and we'll get better. We'll watch the tape. We'll get better. We will solve those issues.